we're going to go back 2 full weeks. 2 full weeks of anime game news. So this is going to be a packed around the bush. I mean, so much happened. We got some updates, a lot of updates on Jujutsu Kaisen. We've got a lot of updates on Dragon Ball The Breakers, actually saving that game. It's crazy. The board game for Demon Slayer, a ton of fighting game news, including Guilty Gear, Tekken, Street Fighter. Pretty much all of them had stuff happening in the last couple of weeks. And of course, less than 2 weeks ago was the Game Awards, so every single anime game announcement that happened in the Game Awards is going to be covered right here on Around the Bush, which includes, of course, your favorites, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The next entry in the Tenkaichi series is real, and we're going to talk about it starting right now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Around the Bush. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. This is, of course, the 15th of December, 2023. And where it's just me and a few other fellow Bushes, a few mods that are gonna help me through this journey. Starting with Ashra, and someone else might join midway through. We'll see. But yeah. What's good? So because last week was a national holiday that I decided to observe, we're doing a 2-week Around the Bush. I think that's the last break until the end of the year. So like we're going to stream on the 22nd. We're going to stream on the 29th. So we're going to be doing the weekly Around the Bushes that you guys love so much. But the topic of today, the main story of today had to be Sparking Zero, the trailer that took the world by storm. Oh my God, it looks so good. They have been cooking. It's really crazy. We'll talk about roster size. We'll talk about gameplay mechanics. We'll talk about all that stuff. But for the first impression was just, this looks really good. But is this still Spike Chunsoft? It is, by the way. It says so at the end of the trailer. But they've leveled up visually a lot. Let's hope that level up visually also levels up gameplay-wise. I mean, we'll see. But if anything, if you analyze this trailer side by side, a lot of it seems very faithful to Tenkaichi 3. Now, I don't know if players are going to be happy with that or sad. Happy because it's the game they love and kind of the game that they want, but also maybe not the game that they remember, because a lot of Tenkaichi systems might feel a little bit clunky nowadays. We'll see. They have, I'm sure they have updated a lot of it, and there's some new stuff here. There's some stuff taken from Raging Blast, actually. The Vegeta deflecting the beam, and we can actually just pull the trailer back and look at that. So this beam deflection is not in Tenkaichi at all. You can deflect Ki Blast in Tenkaichi, but you cannot deflect beams. This is a Raging Blast mechanic that they're bringing to Sparking Zero here. So that's interesting. They're not staying like super religiously tied down to the formula of Tenkaichi, which I appreciate. You want the freedom to innovate and to make things better. And one thing they're doing that I think is a big part of why this trailer is... what happened to my voice there? That's a really big part of why this trailer looks so visually appealing is environmental destruction. So if you look at Vegeta's feet here, you will see that, there's rocky field. It's just terrain there. And then after he deflects the beam, this is a beam deflection. He's not doing a super or anything. He's deflecting a beam. Look at that ground being completely destroyed, completely wrecked, right? So destruction is a big part of this game, I feel. I don't know how permanent this destruction will be. I mean, there's destruction that I expected to see. For instance, right here, this vanish on vanish action is going to bump Goku through that rocky formation. That kind of feels like the Tenkaichi I know already, just with upgraded graphics, right? But this level of destruction, even this Goku, it feels like he's floating so far above the ground here. But even this Goku, when he shoots the Kamehameha, you're going to see rocks just flying after the flash effects. Now, those rocks kind of seem like they just pop out of thin air. But I mean, it just gives the sense that everything you're doing is just that powerful. Thank you, Smoke, for the 11 months. And of course, Potataro, the full year. You do have it again. Greymonger with the $2. I want Android 21 and Super 17. Going straight to GT and an original character. Those are big asks, I think, but maybe you'll get them eventually. Hello Tim, let's go. Love the lighting. I love the lighting too. I also love the the 12 frames per second look.
Android 21 and Super 17.
Thanks TTS for coming through. The 12 frames per second look on the character animation. So like the background and everything, it looks smooth, but it's that anime Spider-Verse kind of style where like 2 frames go by and like the characters are just not moving. It's just the physics on their bodies. See, like the physics on their clothes. The characters are actually just standing still, and that's a really cool look. And then suddenly, like 1 frame, 2 frames. Like the characters are not super animated, but it works because everything else is extra animated. The hair, the clothing, the background, everything is so extra animated that it works really well when the characters are like striking key poses after key pose. It's really good. Also, big detail here. Cinematic super from Vegeta, the Gallic Gun. So in Tenkaichi, you have these supers that go straight into a cutscene. They're usually very strong because you have no startup, basically. You press the super button and you go straight into an animation, and when you leave the animation, the super's coming out. So that's usually a very strong thing. But you also have real-time supers, like this Goku Kamehameha. So, like, the game did not stop into a cutscene there. That, of course, means... so sorry, Goku. He's going to be a bottom tier. You know, Goku bottom tier confirmed. Because his super is real-time, guys. So, we're very sad to hear that Goku is going to be a bottom tier. By the way, Ashura, a whole year. Thank you so much. Hats off to you too. Goku parenthesis mid.
Yeah, we're getting Goku mid back.
Goku mid, yes. But all jokes aside, yeah, cinematic supers are usually much stronger, but it's good to see that you have both in the game again. Of course, once you transform, I think this Goku gets a cinematic super, but the animation quality on this one seems a bit higher than the Vegeta animation, which tells me that this isn't just a regular super. This tells me that it is that it is a meteor, so like the ultimate attack. And this is obviously the ultimate attack of Vegeta. Which just shoots it like this. As soon as it leaves the cutscene, it's shooting. It's not a clash animation. I don't think this is a clash animation yet. We can talk about the clash afterwards, but it's just edited to look like a clash from the start. But if you look here, right? As soon as the super comes out, I don't even see Vegeta. Where the hell is he? So I don't know. I don't see the Vegeta beam. This looks like just a normal super. A normal meteor. But then because they clash, a beam clash is teased. I think the websites also support the theory that beam clashes are coming. Some people looked at these frames and went, oh wait, there's buttons here. Like that's a joystick, and that's the X, the cross button from PlayStation. It's really hard to tell, to be honest. It's something that, could just be effects. I don't know. I don't want to give my take on that because I just legit do not know. Frieza comes in, destroys Namek, so stage transitions may be confirmed. Obviously, like, we don't see the full animation, so not confirmed, but very hinted at the very least. From Namek to destroy Namek, you're now playing in a different place. And Broly, Super Broly, is going to be here at launch. And with this Broly transformation here into Super Saiyan, that's already Goku, Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Frieza, Broly, and Super Saiyan Broly. 7 characters confirmed. And now we get the rest. 7 characters, right? We're in 7. And we go into Piccolo. 8. Krillin, 9. Tien, 10. Tien, 10. It rhymes. Yamcha, 11. Trunks, 12. Trunks Z, by the way. Android, 18. 13. That's got to be very confusing. Cell, 14. Mr. Satan, 15. Majin Buu, 16. Super Trunks, 17. Bergamo. What? Bergamo, 18. 17, 19. Okay, yeah, the numbers. And Jiren, 20. 20 characters announced in a single trailer. One trailer, 20 characters. That is huge. That is already huge. What do you think of the Sparking Zero's transformation system? Is it like Tenkaichi 3? It looks like it, but it's obviously too soon to tell. They showed 2 versions of Trunks, but not Gohan. True. True, very true. I do think this game is going to have a Dragon Ball Super focus, and Gohan is not really a focus until, Tournament of Power and obviously superhero. He's kind of a side character, but I wouldn't say he's more of a side character than Yamcha, right? It's definitely a bit more front and center. 80 plus is my guess for a roster, but the expectation is 200 characters, right? that's where I go, yo, chill, guys. That's a bit ridiculous. It's like the expectation is more than Tenkaichi 3, which was 161. Now, I have been more pessimistic than I am this week, because the info that came out during this week was kind of crazy, and I am making a big video on it, so I'll look forward to this weekend. I'll be posting all of that like compiled into a video. If I miss anything today, make sure to watch that. But 200 in today's arena fighter is slim to none. Yeah, okay. That's a good healthy way of looking at it for sure. That's just a lie. Like you're comparing a brand new game to games that have had a ton of sequels and have had a ton of DLC. Like that's not a possible comparison. I do believe that at some point Sparking Zero will have the biggest ever roster of Tenkaichi for sure. But at launch, I don't know. Seems like a tall ask. But yeah, that is basically the trailer for Sparking Zero, and obviously we have some more details to go over because the IGN got an interview, because of course they did, with the producer. And the producer told us some cool things, like the game has had a 5-year development process already, which for anime games is huge. Usually anime games get 1, maybe 2. Now getting 5 years, it's awesome. Actually, in recent years, I want to say like this has changed, and you're getting more like 3 to 4 years of development. But this game having 5 years before being revealed and still not having a release date, like this could come out in 2025. It could have a total of 7 years of development, and it's really great. Spike developing the game's kind of over for gameplay / game systems. Who would you want to develop the game though? Because Spike are the original developers. That said, that studio does no longer exist. There was the merger, Spike and Spike Chunsoft and all that stuff. But I mean, who would you want? Like, would you be happy if a different developer picked that up? CC2? Not after Connections, man. Not after Connections. You can't. But yeah, I think biking would tank this game so hard. I think biking makes wonderful characters and systems. Biking still needs to figure out animation. Like they fumble all their games because of animation. Their games look floaty. They look bad. They look really bad. Like they have the tech, they have everything, but they can't sell because the games look bad. Dimps. I would be happy with Dips. I'm not super happy with like the Xenoverse combat system, and that would make me worried still, but sure, Dips. Anyway, 7 years or 6 or 7 years of development time is what this game's gonna get, I think in the end. Not a ton of information here. I mean, when I saw Dragon Ball FighterZ, I kind of popped off and then realized that the sentence kind of says nothing. Furutani, the game's producer, says he drew inspiration from his time observing how players in Dragon Ball FighterZ esports scene enjoyed recreating iconic battles from the anime. Question for chat, as well as the people in voice chat. What was the moment where Dragon Ball players esports scenes enjoyed recreating iconic battles from the anime?
Like
specifically the fighters esports scene enjoyed recreating iconic battles from the anime. I want to
not really like ever.
Cell yelling at the start. What?
I mean, yeah, that's not really recreating anything. I mean, when you do get those like really rare times when you do get those specific intros with like 16 going and then Gohan going saying
the dramatic intros, yeah.
Yeah, maybe those like dramatic intros, sure, but they rarely happen when it comes to like esports thing because they're not looking for that.
Oh, and dramatic finishes for sure, Titan, but that's not the esports scene. That's Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's not the esports scene of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So like, I was really excited that this was mentioned at all. Like that in a Tenkaichi game that's like, what? What do you mean? You're talking about Dragon Ball FighterZ esports? Holy shit. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. But then it's like, oh, you didn't watch. oh, my bad. Poe, you raised your hand. What's up? Get in here. What are you raising your hand for? All right. I guess Poe is raising his hand. Left and Goichi. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Hey, Poe.
Hey, what's up, Poe?
I was just imagining like the time people try to get to the dramatic finishes, right?
Again, not really esports,
Yeah,
right?
not common at all. But like, I think people have tried doing combos at finishing with advantage and stuff like that.
That's a little bit BM, I guess. You know, you wouldn't see that in the top 8 because the skill level is kind of close, but
maybe
but
an online
sure.
tournament.
Yeah, online tournaments, you do see that for sure. Yeah. And then, talking a little bit about the differences between this and other games, Fighters is created with esports intentions and 2D fighting. Kakarot was about experiencing the story. Xenoverse had players go as an avatar into the world. And the focus here is to push the limits of how much a player can completely immerse themselves in the world and how intensely you can make that happen. I think we can immediately discount that you can make an avatar here, which was a thing in Ultimate Tenkaichi. And some players might have been looking forward to that coming back, but I don't think creating an avatar is going to be a focus here, and definitely they have a money maker already doing that with Xenoverse. We can really dig much out of the producer. Did a really good job at building hype and staying quiet. Even like, are the series beloved loading screen mini games coming back? Didn't even answer that. I think the obvious answer here is no, because we don't have loading screens anymore. PS5, baby.
Like it's a thing of the past.
It's a thing of no more loading screens. Xbox Series and PlayStation only, not going to the previous gen, as well as Steam. I think this game is risky in all the right ways. I think they're taking risks. They're not playing it safe, but I love the risks that they're taking. First of all, got rid of the Tenkaichi name. Unified it with the Japan, and it's a Japanese title still, but Tenkaichi is a worldwide phenomenon. And getting rid of the Tenkaichi brand in their title and sort of like trying to unify the brand is very, very brave, I think, in my opinion. Dragon Ball Z is not a thing, so just reducing it to Dragon Ball. Also, like something that Dragon Ball games typically don't do. The Dragon Ball games have, they're starting to do it a little bit more now because, Z is so old, but they had a really tough time moving away from Dragon Ball Z from their title for a really long time. And to be fair, it still has a Z in there, so, but it's not really like Dragon Ball Fighters, for instance. Like, you had to have the Z in there. That's something Dragon Ball games don't often move away from. And there was one more thing that I thought it was pretty brave to do. Oh, and moving away from previous gen. I think the new generation is still like not super mainstream. There are a lot of consoles out there nowadays, but anime games usually play it a lot safer than this. And I'm actually happy to see that generation being left behind because it's not going to hold back the game. It sucks for those that don't own the consoles. Not everyone's made of money. Not everyone can afford these, but at some point the generation is going to have to move on. Video games are going to have to move on. It's like asking for these games to still come out for the PS3 at some point, Also, let's go into website territory because there's been some drama. You guys want to talk drama?
Oh,
right.
drama.
Let me pull up VBS Hype and let me pull up some of the websites here. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. All right. So, people popped off when this trailer came out because apparently the roster was going to be huge. They were promising a historic roster. Was going to join, was going to be in the game. And that is very exciting. Historic roster? The history of Tenkaichi speaks for itself. If you're promising an historic roster, does that mean we're going to get even more characters than we got? Where's the EU website? Namco EU. Does that mean we're going to get an even bigger roster than Tenkaichi? Well, people were popping off when they read that on the website, and then they changed it. I don't know. It feels like a reaction. There's 1,000 different reasons why they could have changed the text, but they changed from historic number of playable characters to an incredible number of playable characters. Which, incredible number of playable characters. Is my microphone farting considered drama? Yes. I don't know why it does that. It could happen anytime during the stream. I still don't know. I mean, incredible number still sounds good, but why? It sounds like a downgrade from historic to incredible, right? So like, why are you downgrading this, huh? Why you said it felt like a reaction? They were like, oh shit, people are popping off about this one word. Let's lower expectations. Holy crap. And then people told me, the Spanish website says it's actually the biggest number since Tenkaichi. Unlucky for them, I actually read Spanish, and that's not the case at all. It doesn't even say that. It doesn't even say incredible anymore. I don't know what it said at some point, but right now it just says, learn to master a diverse or various playable characters. That's what it says. It like doesn't even say an incredible roster or anything like that. And I checked every other language, and there's only one language that actually slipped. Only one language that actually slipped. 404 characters, baby. That's how many characters we're getting in Tenkaichi. That's it. 404. We are getting 404 characters. Everyone is here, baby. That's how it goes.
404 Goku mids.
Mm-hmm. All jokes aside, the Japanese website does say something pretty brave. Japanese website right here says the series' biggest roster. So it is promising the biggest roster in Tenkaichi. Japanese website is the only one that does it. So I'm feeling like this message is hella mixed for no reason. I tried to confirm stuff with Bandai. They did not comment. Because it's like, why does the Japanese website say it's the biggest in the series? Why the change in the EU website? Why does no one else confirm this? Because like this feels like a pretty big selling point, and we're downgrading text on the EU website. I don't know. So wait and find out. I think like the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour is where we'll see this game next. So some kind of update might come out at the end of January. We won't have to wait long. For now, it's all speculation. They can't be fumbling translation this hard. It's not fumbling translation. The websites are made differently. It's not a pure translation. You go to the different websites and they look different. The only ones that are translated are the European ones from one language to another. But even the European website is different from the other one. Where's okay. So like you have this structure which is like on all European sites, but then the American sites is completely different. You know, they might share some assets like screenshots and stuff and the overall visuals, but the text is different. It's not translated. Goku Heart Virus, yes. Also, sad news for those that wanted split screen, single player offline. Boom. Confirmation on Steam. It is a single player game with online PvP. No split screen. No offline versus. I mean, they didn't spell it out, but you can kind of infer that's what it means right here. For as much as split screen is a staple of Tenkaichi, it is not a staple of modern gaming. You actually, it's pretty demanding to make split screen on your game. Like, let's imagine, would you rather have these graphics or have half of these graphics and support split screen? Because you need to render the game twice in order to have split screen. So are you going to sacrifice the overall fidelity of the game when you play online, offline, single player, story, and everything? Or do you want these graphics? You want half? I disagree. I want graphics. I don't
enjoy like 20 FPS of the game.
Now, and this is coming from someone that is probably going to try to do some offline tournaments with this stuff. I mean, I can't promise anything. Obviously, I don't know when this comes out or how my life is going to be. I don't know how my life's going to be starting in February, dude. I'm going to have a kid. So like, I have no idea if I'm able to do this or not. But if we ever have an offline scene for Tenkaichi or an offline tournament, this is going to make things tougher because you can't do it offline. You're going to have an online tournament offline in person. What? That's weird. You'd probably have a closed LAN and whatnot, but we'll see. In any case, if it comes to that, we'll probably have learned already our lesson from JJK, who also that does not have offline verses. That said, take this with a grain of salt, but DBS Hype did confirm some stuff that was not announced. This is not official. So, grain of salt. That said, I do trust this guy, and that's why I'm even mentioning it at all. From the trailer itself, you can guess, but I'll confirm. Sparking Zero will have a huge roster we've ever seen. That's... what? All the way from OG to Daima. Daima coming out next year. Including GT as well. So, GT confirmed, Daima, and original Dragon Ball. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z confirmed from Trunks and Cell. And I think it definitely has a Dragon Ball Super focus. Based on the trailer, at least that's what I would say. Now, it doesn't say that this will be a launch. This doesn't say that it will be like over time with DLC and whatnot. Like, those kinds of details are kind of murky, but this is DBS Hype saying that, yeah, my source told me this months ago. So that's what his source says. And if he's putting it out there on Twitter, it's because he trusts the source. I do know that his source has been right about Kakarot stuff. And that's all I know as far as like credibility goes. But, you know, not official information. Take it with a grain of salt. It sounds credible. Muscular Trunks. Muscular Trunks was in Tenkaichi. I do believe he'd make a comeback. For sure. So no one plays him ever. Usually how it goes. Let's go! That's Sparking Zero. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. These are exciting times to be covering a brand new Dragon Ball game, and looks to be a big one, a big bet by Bandai Namco. And we'll see about movie characters and all that stuff too. Moving on, Dragon Ball Heroes content will be in the game as well. I hope not. Keep that shit in Xenoverse, man. I want my Dragon Balls very canon. I care about the canon. JJK time, not yet. We have another Dragon Ball game to go through. Dragon Ball The Breakers. I did not expect this to happen, but I'm actually playing Dragon Ball The Breakers on a daily basis. I am playing Breakers on a daily basis. I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but I am enjoying the hell out of that game, man. I'm really liking it. They added ranked, and it's actually not an option. Every time you queue up, you're in ranked. And ranked is quite good. So it basically acts as another form of progression, you know. You always rank up, you never rank down until you get to A, I believe. Once you get to A, you can actually rank down, and things can get a little bit tougher. I haven't seen any Z ranks yet. I've seen a couple of S ranks, but no Z ranks yet. And the results are, how you rank up or rank down is based on your medals. Now, it's easier to get more medals if you're in a good party of survivors, for sure. But you can still get a couple of good medals without having a good team. You might just rank up slower. So I think the ranking system is actually pretty good so far. Starting on A rank, as you can see, you go into the match and you lose points. It's like, okay, I'm going into the match with minus 50, and I have to make these back with medals, right? Each platinum medal is 20 points, and you can get up to 5 medals. So with 3 platinums, you're already net positive on the entire A rank, pretty much, except for A5. Yeah, just like My Hero Ultra Rumble, yes. But you only start paying on A rank. I think on Ultra Rumble you start paying much sooner. It's just like the amount that you'll pay to get in is easy. There was a little bit of a balance patch too, and there will be a couple of rewards like tickets and of course a T-shirt. You get a T-shirt if you rank up.
My favorite.
Thank you for the T-shirt, Bandai Namco. That's not all they were doing. Oh yeah, okay. So big balance patch. I'm not gonna bore you with this, but you know, Broly. I think Broly got nerfed, which is weird because Broly was not that strong anyway. They have a little bit of a December calendar. Now, they have been making these posts. If you want to come back to Dragon Ball The Breakers during December, I would recommend scrolling down their Twitter because they're just giving away tickets, and you can see like item code. It's that SU3MA2, and you just get tickets. And this all goes until code expires on the 17th. So this one expires on the 17th. There are a bunch that expire at the end of the month. They'll be up for longer. So I would scroll down this page. Code expires on the 16th here, so that's 2 anniversary tickets. I would scroll down this page and see what you can still redeem and what you cannot redeem, for sure. This might be gone already, yeah, on the 14th. This one is gone. But I think there are a couple here. I think the first day, the day 1 thing, I think they would just give you the big one. Anyway, but yeah, this is quite the turnaround for this game. Crossplay, I believe, is coming in February, from what I've heard. And I don't know, it's been pretty active. I haven't even like recognized any of the names while I queue up. Like, it seems pretty alive right now. So great turnaround on the Breakers, honestly. I'm really impressed by what they've done here. I had discounted that game for dead. Now on its way to dying. And hopefully they can turn this around too. Naruto Storm Connections. The Xbox issue is done. Alright, they've done it. Let's take a question though.
Do you think copy characters be obvious like BT3?
Be obvious? Be obvious. Oh, what do you mean be obvious? Please elaborate. You don't need to donate money. I will just look out for your name in chat. But do you think copy characters be obvious? Let me know. Yeah, the Xbox update came to Naruto Storm Connections. It's here. And Xbox people have been saying 2 things. 1, it's good. Or 2, I don't know, I refunded the game. This is a little bit late for the platform that usually gets the lower player base. Like, a lot of people quit because they just couldn't play online. And now some people have found matches, some others are like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to find a match. So is it fixed really? But in general, it does seem to be fixed. This is a month after release. So players were not able to play online on Xbox for a full month. And without crossplay, yeah, give it another month and there's no online on Xbox. So, yeah. Yikes. But hey, at least this is fixed. No word on when lobbies are coming out or the first DLC. So I think it's safe to say it's not in 2023. So we look forward to next year for updates. You can't refund games on Xbox, so they were lying? Maybe it was a physical copy, man. My bad. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, there were a lot of characters that were kind of the same. Yeah, 100%. Spike Chunsoft? Yes. There will be 1,000 duplicates. There will be like, this one has the same moveset as Vegeta, but a different super. Yeah, 100%. That's how you make big rosters. There's no other way to do it. That's why, like, I really value games like My Hero, because they have a big roster and unique characters too. That's why I really like games like Kill la Kill, which had a small roster, but every character was so unique. Like, I value that more than 100 characters in a game. A lot more, but that's just me. I know that's not what sells. This is Goku, but with blue hair. So actually, transformations usually significantly change movesets. If you have Goku and you transform into Super Saiyan Blue, like, usually the moveset changes pretty significantly. So much so that the different transformations will be in different spots on the tier list. Yeah. So that's usually not where you find the dupes. The dupes are like, I don't know, Mecha Frieza and Frieza, you know, something like that. I don't know. I actually don't know if those two are the same, but I guess Captain Cold is kind of a Frieza warrior, you know? It's kind of stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he has some cooler stuff. Goku, but he stopped talking and is approaching you. The JoJo character. Realistically, out of 100 characters, how many characters would someone would really play? I think overall, the 100 characters get played. If 100 get made, 100 get played. Not by a single person, obviously, but yeah. everyone will be playing all characters. Moving on to a game that is still getting characters, still getting updates, My Hero Ultra Rumble. Now this, on the other hand, funny enough, I mean, it is 24 players, but usually when I go for a gameplay session, the queue is not very long, but I go like game 1, game 2, game 3, and I'm like, this team again. Like, I keep seeing the same players. So I don't know. It still seems healthy because you get matches pretty fast, but there's not a lot of variety in the players that you run into, so... Unlike Dragon Ball The Breakers. But Dragon Ball The Breakers is also an 8-player game and not a 24-player game per match. But yeah, hello, My Hero Ultra Rumble players. This is a blog post describing some of the changes they made for Season 2. I believe we have talked about these, like on the character select screen. Now you have the button to just unlock the character, and it shows you how to unlock the character if it's tickets or gacha. Hero crystals, there's a button on the premium shop to just go to the crystal purchase screen. They're just removing steps to make you removing steps if you want to spend money, you know, removing some barriers. The change character button is now always visible in the main menu. And yeah, some cool UI stuff. There's actually an event going on right now that is pretty similar to the first event that was in the game, where you can get event points and buy crystals with it, and you can actually buy a ton of crystals. So I would definitely recommend you do that if you are looking to come back to My Hero Ultra Rumble, because these events give you free currency, and that's good. Made Kim Biscuit mad because he thought he could buy Kirishima. Sucks. Future modifications talks about what to look out for. Yeah, let's do it. We are currently receiving a lot of feedback from players regarding the ranked match, especially regarding the rank rating system. Until now, we have aimed to create a system that allows players to evaluate their activities more equally, because it may seem unreasonable for their ranks to be lowered due to the influence of their allies. I keep ranking down because my teammates suck. That's the feedback that they got, okay? However, the system is such that rank points do not increase even if the team plays well, and points do not increase even if the team wins the championship. And we believe that there is a discrepancy between the sense of playing well and the evaluation of points earned. I think this is the case for a few characters. There are a few characters that you can play well, Cementos being the big one. You can play well with Cementos, but because it's not a big damage dealer and not getting KOs all the time, like, you just don't get points with Cementos even if you win. On the development side, we have begun to improve the evaluation system in ranked, so that a more appropriate evaluation can be made, and we are considering the possibility of using a principle that emphasizes team success. Okay. All right. We'll continue to make improvements. Please enjoy. Yada yada. That's My Hero Ultra Rumble. Pretty light on news. I believe... how long was each season? Do you guys remember?
Isn't it like 2 months?
I think so. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I think it's 2 months. So next season starts in January, right? And I think they've been pretty good with leaks this time around. Because you go to myheroultrarumble.com, you don't know what the next character is. So that's pretty good. Pretty good with leaks so far. That's awesome. Late January indeed. All right. Let's look out for wait. Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour is late January.
Uh-oh.
The next DLC for Shinobi Striker is probably late January.
Ooh, busy, as usual. Gotta pick
Relink is early February. And so is Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay. All right.
Ruined.
I see what's gonna happen. The baby is gonna be born in late January. That's what's gonna happen. Like, I know. it's like baby born is Globco on vacation on steroids. It's like, put everything out now, you know?
Delay the baby.
Delay the baby. Let's talk about Demon Slayer Sweep the Board, the board game for Demon Slayer made by CC2. We got confirmation this last couple of weeks. CC2 making a party game. So you know that you will not be able to invite friends.
If you even had any to play the game.
No friend invites. I actually saw like a trader video that had a lot of good points, but was a little bit like pro CC2. Let's see if I can pull it up. In places where it didn't have to be and like kind of shouldn't be. Let's see. He made a little rant video. Did I watch it? Not on this account. I don't know which one it is. Can Naruto Storm Connections be saved? Probably something like this, right?
Can Naruto Storm Connections be saved?
No.
That's a question
yes.
I've been
No, he can't.
asking
He can't.
myself
Obviously.
for the past couple of days. With the game's poor release, the alleged replacement of voice actors with AI, the fact that every other anime game is getting more and more in-game content, rollback netcode or crossplay, the future of Naruto Storm Connections is in question. Can the game be saved? And honestly, do we even want it to be saved?
Why wouldn't you want it to be saved? Come on.
At this point, can Bandai turn this game around, bring players back, and restore the faith we've all lost? Maybe, but how? I have a few points that I want to talk about, which is actually not true. I want to talk about a lot of points, but then...
Imagine writing a script. Like, I have a few points that I want to talk about. Actually, it's not true. I have a lot of points I want to talk
It will
about.
turn into a 5-hour session of me bitching, but let's just stick with the few key points that I think is necessary to get changed. Now I know what all of you are thinking, remove this, remove that, but I'm not here to balance the game.
Okay.
Well, not in this video at least.
Okay.
My first and probably the most important point would be the fact that patches cannot get released this slow. If there's a problem with the game, then you have to work on it ASAP and find a solution.
True. I don't think he's talking about balanced patches. He's talking about bug fixes.
Not expecting instant fixes, but the game's been out for a whole month, and let me tell you guys that before the game even came out, a handful of modders have made a mod called Road to Connections, which was literally Storm 4 but with Storm Connections features. They got to finish the whole game in 1 month, and it was almost the same as Storm Connections. Now,
Pretty
to
close.
be fair, they didn't have the new characters included, but why
Big thing they don't have in that mod is simple controls. I love simple controls, man. But yeah, that's hard to pull off in a mod.
is it that the official developers of Naruto Storm Connections cannot add friend invite and spectator mode into the game in 1 month? I'm not asking to fix the bugs or to add a brand new feature, which you should, but where is the friend invite? You cannot tell me you were working on the game's story mode because it was literally a PowerPoint presentation.
So, funny thing, by the way, let me give credit to this guy on Twitter. I think Shonen Games retweeted him. But everyone was popping off about Sparking Zero getting 5 years of development. And Shonen Games just being the bummer that he can be on Twitter, going like, actually, 5 years. It's not all, development time isn't everything. It's how we should put it. He quote tweeted something from Moeru here. Yeah, Moeru. As a result of Storm Connections being officially put on Steam, we can see developer builds were recorded as early as January 23rd, 2019. That is 4 years and 10 months before before the release. So this game had probably 5 years or more of development time, which is apparently not enough for friend invites.
No, why do we not have the full product already? We don't even know what you guys are even...
You're not telling me One Punch Man World is coming out late January.
It is January 30th next year. Yep.
Oh,
It
man.
never ends, dude.
Man. Oh.
Yep. I wish I was
working on
joking.
right now. How can you expect us to praise the game, to recommend it to our friends? Xbox players still cannot play the game online after a whole month. What is this bullshit? Actually, I'm...
Thank you, trainer.
It reminds me so much of Charismatic Evil here.
Xbox players still cannot play the game online after a whole month. What is this bullshit? Actually, I'm
They just fixed it after a month, but yeah.
being dramatic. I know the answer. It's because these fixes will come with the first DLC, which we don't even have a date for.
Okay, that was a bad call because the fixes actually came before the DLC. It would be very bad if they waited for the DLC to release the fix. Like, it would actually be, I would actually riot. I would actually be like, I can't believe you had this ready and you waited for DLC to release it.
You cannot be this slow, especially because I can almost guarantee that this company will forget to include spectator mode, and then we'll have to wait another 2 to 3 months to get implemented. And while we're talking about features that need to be added, can we just talk about how CC2 took out Endless, Tournament, League, and Singles? None of these are in the game. The problem is that the game has problems that were intentionally made by the developers because someone at Bandai thought it was more important to include a fucking encyclopedia about every character. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this is a pretty neat thing to have in the game. These are the
And then he turns like, no, actually, this is pretty neat.
small things that nobody notices but still appreciates. But why are we pretending that friend invites couldn't be something that's in the game on release? It is cool to get a new DLC for a game. It is pretty nice to play with new characters, but stop milking the player base just because you wanna impress the shareholders with how much you have earned this quarter. Everyone knows this was a cash grab. Even IGN gave the game a 5. Even the biggest fans of the Storm series have to admit that the game is not in a good state at the moment. Honestly, Storm has not been in a good state for a very long time. Now, you might disagree with that personally, and that's fine. But both of us must agree that Naruto Storm Connections was a quick cash grab and it did more harm than good.
I mean, I don't know how quick it was.
Right now, the players think that CC2 is full of greedy corporate bastards just like EA. They abuse their audience who do not seem to care about their product, they care about the money, which is far from the truth since it's not CC2 who actually makes these calls, but someone needs to tank the hate, and because of that, the casual audience just associates every failure with CyberConnect 2.
Okay, and this is where it comes to the defense of CyberConnect 2 a little bit, and this is where we disagree. Video, pretty spot on so far, but I think it's pretty consistently CC2, and that's the problem. I think there are issues with working with licensed games. You know, too many hands, too many cooks, and you get the rights holders demanding deadlines. You get the publisher saying, okay, yeah, you have to release by here, and you only have this budget. Like, okay, we can talk about that side of things too. But Bandai and Shueisha were not involved in Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer also released without spectator mode or those custom lobbies. Like, a lot of the issues that were in Storm, you could see them in Demon Slayer, and that's a different publisher. That's a different that's Aniplex as a license holder too. Like, if that's happening on CC2 games with different license holders and different publishers, at some point you got to go, hang on a second, isn't this the develop? Isn't this the same develop? It's definitely a CC2 issue. And yeah, and that's basically my point. It's I see some of that defense of CC2 coming through, and I don't know. And that's why I think this joke is justified. That Demon Slayer will come out without friendly fights. That's all it is. That's all. It was all to justify a joke. Now we have the price because pre-orders are up. This is gonna be $60. We have a new trailer showing some stuff, like a couple of new boards, some events, some mini games, and in fact, the website has been updated. Also, a release date: April 25th in Japan. 26th worldwide, so a day after, or actually same day because time zones. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, it's usually time zone stuff.
Yeah, so they're coming out pretty much simultaneously. Sega is still putting this out with Aniplex, and the website actually got updated here, so we can play a little game here. So we got the boards, you know, the final exam thing with a couple of villages. You got the Drum Mansion board with Natagumo Forest, so like the Spider Forest up there. They kind of merged the two. You have the Mugen Train, which looks interesting. Like, all these stages look very interesting. They seem to have some cool gimmicks here. For instance, there's no way to travel between these two zones except the train. So the train will be like traveling around every turn, and there are a couple of spots to board the train, and that's how you're going to travel from one zone to the next. You got the roster. Roster is here. Seems like the full roster, to be honest with you, and I don't think it needs any more because it's it's just a representation. You know, it's not like you're gonna get different moveset if you pick Tengen. It's just a little pawn to move on the board. And yeah, a couple mechanics came out. including a couple of mini games. So let's watch those mini games. First, the play button doesn't work.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. This is a temple run. You know, you got the 3 lanes. No jump button. Those guys are idiots. They all fell in the first one. And you just go. You get faster and faster over time, so it gets harder to dodge the holes and the obstacles, and you try to make it in first place. I think it's a fairly traditional Mario Party minigame. This one we can play together if you want. So Nezuko is in that box. I keep track of the box now. I'm keeping track of the box. Keeping track of the box. All right, which box is it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I will now minimize that, so you guys can type in chat. I know where it is. I've seen the video, so I know where it is.
I lost the box.
You gotta press a button. You gotta press a button, man.
My answer is Shinobu.
All right, everyone cheated. It is 2. It is 2. That was pretty hard to keep track, though. I'll say. I knew it was 2 because I've already seen it, but my first thought was actually box 1. There's a whack-a-mole kind of thing, but they give it a swamp demon twist, where they put the 3 swamp demons in poles, and you just hit them with bamboo swords. This one seems to be like mash the button, and you have a time limit to mash the button. And maybe if you mash too hard, he notices and looks back, so you gotta stop at some point. Because if you just keep going, he's gonna notice and yell at you, and like you give up. And you gotta get the most number of strokes as you can within the time limit. And this is pure and simple. It's just a reaction game. So when you see Tanjiro stops breathing, you basically hit the button, and it's fastest reaction wins. That's it. Pretty fun. Oh, this is a team game, and it's pretty interesting. It's basically find the pairs, but you alternate. So team number 1 lost, so now Gyu is gonna pick the first card, and now Tanjiro has to pick the second to make the match. So you both need to be good at this game, and that's it. This is the mini games that I have shown so far. 60 euro Nintendo Switch. $60 game on the 26th of April. Moving on, let's talk JJK. JJK's got...
It's now playable as a cursed co-op combat.
Yes, okay, thank you. JJK's got a new trailer, a bit different from the usual stuff. It's a special lecture from Gojo. Teaches game mechanics, but he actually doesn't teach you any game mechanics. He just talks about the game for a bit. Shows some new gameplay scenes, a new stage too. It's pretty exciting. I think he misses this attack, by the way. It's just like, okay, so I think Toto misses that. So Yuji is gonna knock him up. Knock Hanami. Is Hanami a he or a she? I never know. They knocks them up, and then I don't know what Toto hits, but I don't think it's Hanami, because Hanami just keeps going. So I think Toto just hit a tree. I don't know where that tree was. This is a very confusing clip. JJK trailer was weak. Gojo is a substitute teacher. Doesn't teach you anything. Gojo being bad at teaching is actually canon. So I like that they did that. Lore accurate. True. They do show you some online stuff. The cursed energy is key to battle. Yeah, thanks. That's the one thing it teach you. And it's like it's so generic. Joint attacks are a thing, but they basically don't even tell you how it works. They don't tell you how awaken moves work. But here's the interesting stuff. So they've actually confirmed that you can play 1v1s online. But I don't see that. If this is the online versus menu, all I see is ranked battle, tag team, and exhibition, tag team, and also player info and ranking. Where's the solo battles?
Yeah, it's very small, like very minimalistic or what?
Yeah,
minimal.
Very minimal for sure. Maybe there's a different button that you hit to like swap the tag team and whatnot. And yeah, online competition. There's a filter. I don't know if they're recording this with HDR on or whatever, but it feels sometimes like there's a filter that just makes the game kind of bland, right? Like it's missing contrast. I hope that's
like
not
it's washed out.
Yeah, this. Yeah, it's super washed out. I think I fixed it in one of the videos. I was like, I'm just going to increase contrast. Look at the difference. I think it was the Mahito. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
So like, look at the that's just increasing contrast. That's all I did. So it doesn't look as washed out. This is the original. This is contrast increased. So it's just lacking contrast for some reason. And it's some stages. The lighting is weird. I don't know. We show the online co-op. You can equip some items. You can do some missions in online co-op. Seems pretty good. Maybe when you select the exhibition, it gives you the option then. And here's the new stage. Shibuya is going to be a stage. They do talk about this as the online lobby. So I don't know if this is an actual stage or just a lobby. Because they're just walking around and, you know, there's attacks and whatnot, but the HUD is off. So is this just to play around or is that an actual stage? We'll see. And then they talk story mode. And during story mode, you see a couple of extra gameplay sections. Hanami gameplay, baby. Yeah, story. We got slideshows again. And then this final hint. So I believe this is hinting at Utah. Or at least that's what I got from my comment section. Biscuit, I don't know if you got a different info. But I believe this is something he tells Utah during JJK 0. So it might be a teaser that, oh, Utah is going to be the next character to be revealed.
Imagine a stronger, future version of yourself.
You got the same from your comment section? Okay, so it's probably Utah. I did not watch JJK 0 dubbed, so I did not recognize this at all. Sparking Zero story mode, also slideshows, yes. No anime games can escape it. There's more on JJK. They've been releasing scans, including this wonderful skin for Mahito right there. Looking fab. A lot of skins are being showcased in the latest scans, like shirtless Mahito. You know, I don't have a fixation on Mahito. I swear that's not what's going on here. But they got like 3 or 4 different skins for each character, and each one of the skins has 5 color variants, so that's really good. Really good variety. And this might be like extra stuff, extra DLC. They've been posting a little Q&A, and this is there a lobby function? And then yes there is. Let's read the translation by Biscuit here. Can I upgrade from PS4 to PS5 version? Yes, we also support upgrading from Xbox One to Xbox Series. Is there a lobby function? You can create a room and invite players to play.
Mind blowing.
Crazy. And we're going to finish this by scrolling down the Twitter page because they always post new gameplay clips. Jesus Christ.
Panda got hands.
Yeah. And they install a lot of armor. This is Ashura's character.
Oh, that's definitely my character.
This is Ashura's character. Ashura is a Rappa main, for those that know One's Justice. So that's what he is. Transform from a lovely panda to a wild gorilla. When in gorilla mode, you won't be afraid of attacks, so attack aggressively. In fact, there's
monkey.
also a sister Nucleus. Oh. I mean, the sister hasn't shown up in the anime yet, so maybe they're just saving it.
Oh.
Yep, maybe they're saving it. This is the trailer we just watched. Toge finally getting a little clip here. So that's a stop and then boom. Stop and then boom. I don't know what he said. Get twisted. I don't know which one he said. And that's the one that deals damage. But notice that cost half of this bar. We'll call this the throat bar. Alright, so throat bar empty. He takes damage. So you can still do the stuff. But not only that, the recovery is longer for, like, look at how fast he recovers from stop. It's pretty fast. Here it's much slower. Yeah. Now, what the fuck is this?
Oh, what is that? Why is it on the screen?
What the fuck is this? Where'd it go? Pause. I explained that in my video. What? Oh, you said get down? Okay. You explained this in your video? You explain what this is? It is not a lock-on indicator. Oh, maybe like a little arrow pointing at like where your lock-on is?
Yeah, the way to put it pointing towards the enemy, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. It just looks weird there in the clip. All right, Maki. Maki has the taijutsu specialist, right? So she's a close range gal, and she has some dodges. So like this first clip that you see, this first thing that you see her doing, is straight up a dodge, and she's flashing white. White is invulnerability, so that's iframes.
That's good.
Yeah. Notice that her meter has a different color because she doesn't have cursed energy, so they kept that pretty lore accurate, but it seems to work pretty much the same. Dodge cancels, baby. 1, 2, dodge. 1, 2, 3. Into the curse technique to deal some damage. Now, there's another meter here. I don't believe they explained what that is.
Is that the throat meter too?
The throat meter. She also has a throat meter. No, I don't think so. So I don't think they explain what that is. Sukuna. And who else? Let me just open all the tabs. Sure, we can look at that Gojo clip. We haven't looked at that Gojo clip yet. I have actually talked about this one before. But since we're going back to December 1st... Yeah, okay, we talked about this one on Around the Bush shader. Let's it's either to do with her weapons or dodge mechanics. So I didn't see it change at all with the dodge mechanic, so it's probably not. Now, Sukuna has a parry, or like a... It's weird. Okay, so here's just gonna get punched, right? Got punched. By the way, his meter is also a different color. And now, he's just gonna counter you. Look at that damage.
That's so much damage.
So he has a counter, and of course the gimmick, friendly fire. So hit both his teammate there and both of them too. It's an area attack that doesn't deal damage though, so you're fine. Shake it off. This was really cool to see. First of all, look at the damage. Second of all, this is a move from the Shibuya incident. So on the Shibuya arc. So that's...
The arrow thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they're including more modern moves that are not... By the way, it doesn't deal damage to his allies. Yeah, his ally is fine. Now with that move, you know, it could still come out that, yes, he does deal damage. All right, we got the domain expansion here. What are we doing with domain expansion? Oh, this is the invincibility. Okay. So you can just block and charge your meter here on the left. Up to 4 levels. You basically absorb the purple. He's invulnerable. He's walking around invulnerable. The more he charges, the longer it lasts. He's charging up a projectile while invulnerable. Look at the...
That's insane.
Lore accurate.
Yo.
It says all allies become invincible for a period of time. What do you mean?
Talking about the
Sukuna.
Oh, the Sukuna. Yeah,
curse techniques don't deal damage to allies.
Gotcha.
I mean, knockback is still annoying.
Yeah.
No, but I've actually like did almost a full breakdown already, so I understand this perfectly. This is mashing square. Square, square, square. Boom. The last hit of square puts a nail on the character, and then at any point you can detonate the nail and deal damage. Any point. Now there are invincible moments in this game. I don't know if it's unblockable or not, but there are moments where you are invincible, and if the opponent is in your face, you might not have the time to snap your fingers, but it's pretty fast, so you'll find the time. Also, that's the damage on 1 nail, but you can stick up to 3 nails, and this is the damage on 3 nails. All right, pretty good. Something to pull off at any time is really good. Now, she has something similar with voodoo dolls, but the voodoo dolls need to be applied from melee range. So a lot more dangerous, but also a bigger reward. So 1 voodoo doll, boom, right? That's the damage it deals. Again, you can put up to 3 voodoo dolls, and this is insane because it deals this damage and it only consumed 1 doll. So you can still do it twice more. Yeah. This is pretty good.
So if you have like those dolls with the nails.
I haven't seen both at the same time, so I don't know if that's even possible, but maybe. You can just set up a kill, right? You set up a kill, and then you just pull the trigger whenever you feel like it. Dolls combo extend seemingly. Yeah, the dolls, if you are close enough, you could combo extend with dolls, but she's not a close range character. Her strength is definitely going to be meshing the square from this distance. And that is the JJK news, baby. Oh, more Dragon Ball. Shush. Okay, so shoutouts to Hypex, your local leaker of Fortnite stuff. More characters are coming to Fortnite. More Dragon Ball characters, including Frieza, who is... Snakes. Yeah. And a snake, sure. That's not an anime. And Cell. Cell is also coming to Fortnite. There he is. There's Cell. Perfect Form, also available. Frieza, I believe, also Perfect Form available. Yeah, and Golden. Perfect Form. Final Form. Not bad. Fake Dragon Ball fan. God damn it. Yes, now you can finally play basketball as Cell. No, well, not yet. This doesn't have a release date. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just came out. So at some point this will come out. I don't know if I'll cover it because it seems to be just skins, and I think we've seen that. Final Dragon Ball news. Kakarot. The card game inside Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It was always a weird thing to add. Like, okay, you want this card game to be popular? It's great. Why did you put it in a $60 game? Just release it separate. What are you doing? Yeah, it's off. It's out. Announcement of termination of online service and transfer service. So done. They are shutting it down. You can still play against the CPU offline if you want, I guess. But they're shutting it all down. December 18th. So you have a couple of days.
That's 3 days.
Yeah. The card game is gone. For real. But there's a transfer service that will be terminated on the 18th. So play the offline version while keeping the data used in the online version. You will need to transfer data. If you have not transferred your data yet, please transfer by the deadline. That's it. That's a final warning right there. Sayonara, Card Warriors. I never got the point of view. Moving on. Yes, they are doing a standalone card game, which is much smarter. It was always a weird choice to do it like that. Inazuma 11, the game that got delayed 1,000 times, and it seems to be on its way out next year. March is going to get a worldwide beta test on Switch, and it was a Switch game only at first. Switch, iOS, and Android, I believe. We have talked about in previous weeks about the game being announced to PS4 and PS5, and now, congratulations, PC is also getting Inazuma 11 Victory Road. So, you know, a lot of delays, but maybe it's going to be worth it in the end. We'll see. We'll see. It's coming along from the looks of it.
When was this announced again?
This was announced. I was at TGN Anime, dude. 6 years ago, at least. Yes.
Yeah.
A long time.
It's been a long.
Like scrapped like twice, right? Like it started over.
I think once.
Twice.
I think it started over once. Yes.
Once, okay.
But that's already like a big one.
Yeah.
Well, we scrapped it and started from scratch. Metaphor Refantasio. What's up with this? It showed up at the Game Awards. You're a fan of this, so it's the Persona devs, right? Doing doing a thing.
They've shown a little bit more with this after the trailer, GJ. Like they're trying to do like a mix between like hack and slash action before you get into like the turn-based part.
Oh. So, is it like what I said? Like, you do a combo to start the turn-based combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
That's cool. And you get, like, first strike bonus or something, right?
Yeah. But there's so much going on in the trailer. I don't know what's happening.
Like, it's an isekai, though. Because you start off with, like, the guy walking into the streets, and then somebody's there.
Well, I think it's really cool that, like, they've got they've gone for like this mix between like an art style you'd see from like Shin Megami Tensei side, while having Persona-like mechanics, but then putting something in the middle to still make it unique between the two with the hack and slash combat action thing.
Right.
But we'll have to see how it actually fully plays when it comes out.
True.
It's a good start so far.
Yeah, it definitely has a style, and I think it's more like a vibes trailer, right? More than anything, showing off a few new mechanics for sure. But it's like at the end of the day, you either vibe with the style or you don't, and that's what it is. Now, do you vibe with the style?
It's the first,
yeah, go on.
It's the first SMT game that's like not set in a modern era.
Okay.
At least like monster-wise and stuff.
All right.
So it's very medieval.
The question is, do you vibe with the style of the new Goblin Slayer game? Another adventure, Nightmare Feasts. It's got a trailer. It's visual novel-y, plus grid-based strategy. I think we've seen screenshots of this so far. I haven't seen this trailer
Yeah,
yet.
I think this is like the first we see like proper gameplay of it.
Is this proper gameplay? Do we see it at some point, or is this just...
I think we do.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. Skip forward.
Yeah,
There it is.
CV. Yeah, it's like tactical grids.
Yeah. Goblin Slayer has got a game. It's coming out. Japan only for now, I think. But in case you're a Goblin Slayer fan and you're vibing with these types of games, I know Yaya is kind of looking forward to this. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to make promises on Yaya's behalf. It's basically what I'm saying.
Well, you'll summon him and then he'll say otherwise.
True. And that is that. In anime news, this just dropped, by the way. Monsters 103
out of fucking
Mercies.
nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Dragon Damnation. This is a one-shot manga from Ichiro Oda. That is the creator of One Piece. And this one-shot manga is getting an adaptation for Netflix. Coming to Netflix January. They kept this under wraps.
It's late January. At this point.
Now that I don't care about. That's fine. That I don't care
You
about.
watch it in your own time. Just for the memes.
But it's crazy that they kept this under wraps and it's coming out right now, you know? Roll back the baby. Let's not roll back the baby. You can't do that. Don't roll back.
Of course. I caused that shit before. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Speaking of, I guess I spoiled it, but you know what time it is.
And the game award goes to Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact has got some stuff. So 4.3 is coming out. What's 4.3? Enderup, you can join too if you want. Take it away, Ashra and Enderup. Yeah, okay, you're here. Go for it.
Sure, I can start.
Yeah, so this is the first filler patch of 4.0 since we're pretty much done with the main story of Fontaine. And what we've got here is they're off to make a film.
Oh.
For whatever reason, and they're bringing some past characters. So we've got Ayaka coming back, we've got Yoimiya coming back.
Yoimiya dies in the film, maybe
Yeah,
in real life.
Yeah. No, they fucking no. Hoyo hates that character. Like Genshin devs actually hate that character. Like they keep putting her in banners with other characters that are like the most popular. Like she's gonna be with Raiden Shogun, so like no one's picking her.
Damn.
But they are putting in some nice quality of life stuff that they should have put in 4 years ago.
Ooh.
So
Skipping cutscenes.
like, oh, I wish. No, when you clear expeditions, you can now just press one button and they're all done. You can just reapply the expeditions without doing them one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, they've optimized the level up system on both your character and your relic, so you can do it up to a certain level for relics, or you can just go straight to 80 with your books. It's a lot similar to Honkai Star Rail. Good, they definitely learned from that.
Okay, interesting. Good.
New artifacts for one tailored for the new character, and I think one general one, but I forgot what that one did. It's an okay patch so far for Genshin. It is the first filler patch, so we'll see where they go with the other fillers. The Sumeru's weren't that good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Rainy Sumeru, you're right.
Those were the patches that
and-
lost me. So I guess you have
Yeah,
a point.
and then the one like story-orientated one they did in Sumeru in between was like really good. So hopefully they'll do a bit better this time and have like better filler patches.
France, a godless land or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Lourdes asks, so when are we gonna find our long lost relative? You are asking when is Luffy gonna find the One Piece? That's basically the same question.
yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Come back in like 3 years, and we
yeah,
might
3
have an answer
years.
for you.
like
Yeah, absolutely
I mean,
not. 3? You think we're gonna
Might.
find
I
the
just
brother
said
in 3?
might.
That is no.
Like-
there is no shot that is happening. No shot in 3 years. Genshin Impact wraps up the story. No, absolutely.
I mean, well,
Try
It'll wrap
10.
the story. It'll wrap up the Teyvat story. And it'll go
Yeah,
to the-
it'll-
Wrap
yeah,
up the tape that story, and then all of a sudden the other sibling will be lost or something. Like Paimon will be lost. Like who fucking knows?
Nah,
Because remember, the main characters are like traveling universes and stuff.
Like I'm not gonna lie,
No,
I fully believe we will
sure.
find it, but other bullshit will happen.
I
so,
don't.
like, who cares?
I don't think in 3 years you wrap up the Teyvat story. Absolutely not.
I mean, yeah,
So
yeah.
how many more major places do we need?
I think there's 4, right?
we've got.
Seven,
So you
We've
got
got
4 years
more?
of content at the very least.
Are those 3? We have Natlin, we have Snezhnaya, and then Celestia.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, okay, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have at least 3
Okay.
years.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. They made up Dendro to make up an extra region, right?
Always exists.
Well,
Dendro
Dendro's kind
Bennett made up. I'm sorry, they had it in like
it always,
one.
It always
That's
existed.
not.
True. But they can make
At least there
another.
was
They
lore.
can make darkness and light. They can make more elements. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable,
Next
but we can't. Well, I'm not gonna start dissing on Dendro when that was at least in the beginning.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
It was.
add
It
the light
was.
and dark
It was
stuff
in the
and then
loading
do it.
screens and the mechanics. You just couldn't use it. That's true.
Yeah.
4 places: Natlan, Winter.
Yeah,
Winter.
Shesnaya. That's what they're referring to.
Oh,
Winter.
Shesnaya.
Oh,
Okay.
Kanria, like the-
Kanria and
the-
Celestia. I guess.
Oh yeah, Conria. Yeah. fair,
Yeah, we could go back to that as well. But
They
they
have
could
at
do that
least
like midway
4
through
years
Shesnaya or
in
something.
regions alone. That's assuming they don't just expand regions like, okay, now we're gonna do another mountain.
Well, they're always
DLC.
expanding regions, but those are the in-between patches of like shit.
But like whatever they'll do past the, I guess, promised 7 years of content, no one knows yet until they get
I like
the.
Genshin was like a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
10 year was their plan. But I
Yeah.
don't think they'll stop at 10.
I don't think so. There are news on the other side, Honkai. So what's up with 1.6? We got a trailer.
Genshin could never.
Oh, I'm very excited for Star Rail side. So this will be the last patch before we get our new world, Penacony, which was announced at TGA.
Sorry, Panna Cotta? What's
Penacony. Yeah, Penacony.
Is that a,
That's how it's pronounced. Don't
that a
judge me.
world of Italian desserts? What's going on?
So,
I mean, if the Italian really like nothing, then yeah.
Wow.
but so this patch mostly focuses on the starship again. New character decided to take some free rooms for experiments, and you're gonna go in there and sort some shit out. Getting 3 new characters: Runmei, who is the one who's taking up the rooms. Jue from the Lawfu, one of the sisters of the Ten Judge Commission, and Dr. Ratio.
My
if you
boy,
remember
Doctor
him.
fucking Ratio.
Yeah, Dr. Ratio. And they're doing something unspeakable. They're
For the
giving,
TGS, we want a free Ratio.
yeah, we get Ratio for free when he comes out.
Ratio is
Yeah.
a banner character, and everyone gets them for free as long as you do the story.
Yeah,
Damn.
if you do this story, you've unlocked the mail, and you can unlock him by just logging in, and he's there until the end of 2.1. So when he comes out, that's easy, like 8 weeks to get him.
AK Genshin could fucking never.
Like, just
Wait,
limited
the end
5-star
of
character for free.
The end of 2.1, we're at 1.6 right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
after
Next update,
1.6
New
is
World,
2.0.
2.0.
We're going straight. Yeah,
And then an
Genshin-
update
yeah.
after that, and so yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Genshin did the exact same thing where they went from 1.6 to 2.0.
Got it. And
Yeah,
now,
this is the new world.
Can't believe y'all got your ratio.
and this is the world you were talking about, right?
Yeah, the new world Penacony, and they show off quite. I think they show off a few characters, and they've already like drip marketed even more that are coming to like Penacony.
Yep. Well, it's sparkle.
But yeah, but Yeah, Sparkle, Black Swan, Ocaron.
Oh, we can't show that. No. That's a child.
It was shown on TJ. It was
the
fun.
Trailblazer.
But unfortunately, we have to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
You gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Well,
yeah.
yeah, go for it. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, not too much was shown for Penacony, but we'll see more of it when they talk more about it. Like 6-7 weeks from now.
Damn.
Yeah, because
So,
usually
long time to go,
a
huh?
patch is 6 weeks. So we'll find out far later in what they're doing with the new world.
Got it. All right,
Well,
and
the
that
patch
has
so far.
been Genshin Impact, ladies and gentlemen, and Honkai Star Rail. Game's still going strong, but we move on to fighting game news, baby. And fighting games, we have to start with
We got a
JoJo.
whole other fucking page.
Oh,
We have a whole other fighting game.
honestly,
So much happened this week.
Yes.
So much happened. Bro,
it's a
you
2
were
weeks.
playing half
It's
of what
a,
happened.
it's a
yeah.
2 week. It's a 2 week show. It's a 2 week show. It's a 2 week show.
yeah, it's a 2 week show.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
This is
And the,
probably like
the Game
my
Awards
s-
happened, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
Like-
I forgot about the Game Awards.
Oh, this is probably my second favorite thing that's gonna get talked about in this section.
Okay.
Wonder Review.
Yeah, just put mine in no mic as well.
Yeah.
So Wander Review is out. Well, how's the character?
Okay. What a
And also
fucking what a fucking character. So he is a zoner, but he's a zoner in a way that's a bit like Peacock, where he chucks items at you, and they track you no matter where you are.
Great.
And he has this calamity level. And every time you lose 30% of your HP, your calamity level will increase up to level 3. So once you get to 40%, you're max.
Okay.
Though your items will change per calamity level. So at level 1, you'll just throw like a leaf down. Level 2, it's multiple leaves. And then level 3, you just throw construction bars at people.
That's an upgrade.
You'll
sounds
also
cool.
do increased damage
Oh.
for the calamity.
Ooh, what's
So
It's a combo that ended up retweeted. So obviously.
Oh yeah.
so this is like an example of such that you can do, and then blown back up.
Good
because
old
the
Keicho
assist.
Nijimura. Good old Keicho.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
So-
he's Calamity level 3 right now. That
Yeah,
You can see in
like-
the bottom left.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
That's a
bottom
ton
left.
of damage. And
So-
you guys have
Sorry,
put stuff on no mic, right?
Yeah, so he has a few crazy things. He has a teleport, right? You can tell it, you know, you can do the teleport in the air. And the crazy thing about it, the light teleport that will teleport to the opponent, they will teleport to him no matter where he is. He will just be
Whoa.
in your face.
Okay.
So he has the unique thing of converting from fucking anywhere on screen if he feels like it.
That's crazy. So
I'll
a,
show
zone,
you
a
the
zoner that can
Yeah,
convert
yeah,
from anywhere is insane.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And since he is a sentient stand himself,
Yeah.
he doesn't have stand normals. So
Right.
in replace of that, he has 2 normals tied to his stand button that are both special cancelable. And
Okay.
they're really good.
Okay. So he gets an
his
extra
level-
button basically for
Yeah, he
all
just
the
gets 2
combos.
extra buttons.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I guess the only problem with him, if you want to call it a problem, he's not very like filled with special moves or moves in general. Because he only has 3, like I think 3 special moves.
Okay.
But they're they're
yeah.
pretty good in themselves.
Yeah.
Where he's fine to have that thing. He's like a Guile in
He
a
has,
sense.
no,
like,
he has no filler.
yeah, he has no filler. but he's such a fun character. Like
That's good to hear. It's really good to hear.
So another character. with
What a
ability.
fantastic
JoJo's was a
addition.
better game. I would love to yoink Wonder Review
Oh,
out of JoJo's and put him into any other game.
right. Yeah. Netcode, man, please. Another news, Tekken coming out soon. But they have released a demo, and the demo is out on PlayStation, and it's going to come out on Xbox and Steam on the 21st. And it has story mode. It has a big chunk of story mode, actually, which they have released a trailer for during the Game Awards, I believe. So yeah, you can play Tekken 8 right now for free. Try it out for yourself. The story, from what I hear, is a bit like Jin centric. It's a bit
Yeah.
Jin heavy, and that's like the biggest criticism I've heard. But other than that, it's like over the top anime, you know. It's Tekken Fest.
All I know is Dr. Sena is evil to sell coffee, and that's all the lore I needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they're gonna have this game as like the final part, but with the Mishima arc, like all the shit with Kazuya and like Heihachi and the Devil Jin. All that is probably gonna be finished with this game, and then may go to something else in Tekken 9. Or they can just round about it again and then just do it in another game. But
of course,
I can see it continuing with Reina next game. Like,
yeah, they could continue with Reina.
Well, this is gonna have such a
maybe a new
long
character with really
I don't
big
know, man.
forearms.
This is gonna have such a big life cycle that it's hard to say at this point.
Yeah, but
like imagine Reina does not take off, right? Imagine she's during the Tekken 8 cycle, she's not a popular character. Like you change plans. You know?
True.
That's how it goes.
10 years for the next game. So.
Yeah, 10 years for the next game. True.
I remember how much Luke was hated, and his voice actor tried really goddamn hard to make him more liked.
Yeah.
Yoshi, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's quite funny with the whole like Reina Heihachi situation, because they're still not saying that Heihachi is dead. He's confirmed the missing. Like they just don't want to admit it. Like
right.
Didn't Harada say he's officially dead?
Yeah, Harada's saying it, but everywhere else is saying that he's still missing.
No one believes Harada. It's crazy.
Yeah, no one believes Harada.
Great, Arik, welcome to the chat. What's up, man? You raised your hand?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm really looking forward to testing out and seeing how the new Devil Jin plays from what I've seen. And heard from higher tier players like that have played him that he's very different, and unfortunately he lost a lot of the stuff that I'm used to. So I'm wondering what I can do in the future.
Did maybe regular Jin get some of that stuff that you were used to?
Yeah, they tore him apart, unfortunately.
Maybe that's for the better, man. Maybe now you have a character and a pocket character, you know? Maybe now got two.
Yeah.
You know? Could be.
I do already, from what I can see, I have 6 people that I'm planning on maining.
Sheesh.
Can you even call it maining with them?
The big roster.
I made the roster. I made the entire roster.
Random select to go crazy.
I feel that so much.
Yeah, in each Tekken I played up to 4, but in Tekken 7 I picked up 6.
Nice. All right. Yeah, Tekken coming out. Yoshimitsu's ultimate looks crazy. That's the whole reason.
Oh, it's my favorite rage art in the game. It's so cool.
Really freaking cool. Dragonov also got a trailer. In case you guys want to check it out, we're not going to react to this one because we talked about Tekken.
Man in his 20s. He's homeless and he's in his 20s.
Oh, so he is homeless. Okay.
Yeah, 20s homeless.
He's homeless, man. That apparently doesn't like camera people.
Couple of quick hits. Thank you for helping the beta test on Samurai Showdown. On Steam will be retrofitted with rollback netcode on December 15th. That's today.
No,
today.
It's just Sam
finally.
Yeah, Sam Show getting rollback on Steam. That's a quick one. Also, what is going on with Uni? What is this?
What do you mean? Oh,
I don't know.
He's showing off the new guy.
Yeah,
Mr. Evil McBad guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, the new villain of the new game.
I mean, he always was in the. It was like lore-wise, it was already in the old game, but like, he's playable now.
Yeah, his music's neat. His music is like a callback to the first Uni game. That's kind of cute.
Oh, it looks cool.
He looks cool, yeah.
I don't think he has pants. I think that's just his legs.
He just has black legs, yes.
Yeah, so he's naked.
Yep. I mean, he doesn't have balls though, so it's fine.
He doesn't.
Even if you had balls, you would be
that's
fine.
why he's a villain.
Even if you had balls, you would be fine if you were on Twitch.
Vegeta's must like this. Then dun dun dun. Was that an OTG? That's sick as fuck, actually.
Yeah.
He has a lot of crazy stuff, but you know, villain
Never
things.
playing his character, but that is cool.
Well, we'll have to see how he plays in
his legs
the game's story.
As in, like, I forgot what.
Oh, end of January.
Yep.
Oh yeah, everything's coming out.
Tekken.
Need that, need Yakuza, need fucking like, dude, we're so done.
True. Same day as Tekken. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk Guilty Gear. Now we're gonna stay on Guilty Gear for a bit. It's not the last day we have, as you can see.
No.
But we're gonna stay on Guilty Gear for a bit because Elphot got announced during the Game Awards, and she's out. So she's actually come out already.
She's fun.
She's dumb easy from what I see.
Very easy. This is holy shit! I've never had an easier time playing characters. Weird.
Alpha plays herself basically.
It's kind of gorilla.
Yeah, very gorilla from what I see.
At the same time, nowhere near as bad as the original Alpha was.
People are blocking as if it's as bad. Like holy shit!
I don't know. She's a lot more rushed down than she was before. But they definitely made a different character out of her for sure. But it's like she's got auto mix, she's got plus friends, she's got safe stuff. She still has projectiles. She seems crazy.
Command grab for when you need a command grab.
True. You always need a command grab.
This song goes hard.
You know how it is.
Screams. Oh, I love the fucking screams, bro.
The scream is good. The game also got the new game mode added, right? The 3v3.
No.
Oh, not yet.
That's 2024.
Oh,
that's next character.
My bad. Wild Assault and a few other changes to every character got a balance patch. Of course, my man Anji right here. He can no longer combo, or he can combo into this. Wait, what was it?
Yeah, it's actually a buff. Don't worry, Anji's top 10 according to literally to every top player.
He can now
for some reason.
combo into this, but he cannot do special moves from this. Okay.
Yeah. Also counter hits, and then it's like a whole. Anji's better now. That's you gotta need to know.
He keeps being better in every top tier, so I love that.
That's fair.
Every character got adjusted though, so as usual, this is a pretty traditional balance patch for Strive, where you see a couple of moves change per character, except Asuka has a lot of moves to be fair. That said, that is the Guilty Gear stuff. I thought we were going to talk more about it because of the 3v3, but if 3v3 is not out, is that end of January?
Yeah, maybe it's whatever the next character releases. So who fucking knows?
Right, end of January.
Okay. Spy Family Code White special collaboration. So Code White is the movie for Spy Family, and we saw that Street Fighter 6 was going to get a collaboration here with Spy Family. All we saw was a poster for the longest time. They actually made a cool anime style thing for this promotion. And
I thought this was gonna happen much sooner. But I realized the movie isn't even out yet. So like, what the fuck? What did you nuts do?
This trailer is kind of cool. We got a little Yor versus Chun-Li animation made specifically for this.
Good old Spy Family animators. Forget their name.
Wit Studio?
Wit Studio, you're correct.
Yeah, the Wit. And there you go.
You can expect the collaboration items to come out on January 9th, so not late January.
Not late January.
Yeah, it's a good start, but we still don't know what these collab items are. Whether
your costumes, $15, your costumes, $15, Spy Family costumes. The coffin wants to sell you DLC.
That's how it works. We praise this stuff, and then it comes out. It's like, what? What is the price on that?
Why is it $20?
Why is it so expensive? Anyway. So we'll know more about that next time. Quan Chi was announced and released. Sorry, not announced, but they showed the gameplay trailer at the Game Awards, and the character has been released yesterday. Biscuit, you played him. What do you think of him? Thank you, Biscuit.
I can put a little bit of insight. Like,
I must say, is he out yet? I totally forgot.
Yeah, like, so they changed the way he does normal. So now he does a lot of summoning. So in his lowest he'll summon skellies, then he'll summon tentacles. Like he can
projectile in full aura.
chameleon cameo.
Oh, that's the assist. Okay.
Yeah. So Chameleon's a funny one. So Chameleon will switch between the 3 female ninjas, but it's random. You don't get to pick. So you have to deal with that.
The RNG assists. Interesting. Servers were down yesterday. MK1 flopped. Everyone was angry as hell. Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Well.
That's unfortunate.
But they've shown other cool stuff that Quan Chi can do. Like he can put people in a cage that you have to jump out of.
You have to jump out of the cage.
You have to jump out of a cage. There you go. Yeah, there's a ball you can summon of like Netherrealm, he can push it forward, and you can't go forward past the ball. So you're just getting pushed back.
Right.
So cool looking character in terms of kid, but he's not the most handsome character to come out. But I think after this we've got Peacekeeper, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
John Cena.
Peacemaker. Peace.
Oh,
What's his face?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So we'll have John Cena. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. I don't know if you'll be able to see him or not.
No,
but
definitely not.
He will be.
Definitely not. Yeah, they did a little combat cast showing off the character too, and all it can do. But that's Quan Chi out now, I believe. If the servers are up.
For one that isn't out, and they keep forgetting to update the game.
Coming out very soon, December 18th. You know, we're close. We're close. Early next week.
Yeah.
Battle Mage coming out for DNF Duel. We got a trailer. We got a little character breakdown too. So you can take a look at what's coming to DNF. Do we have any impressions on Battle Mage? Anyone excited?
I'm excited for the new stage.
Yeah, the new stage and track is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they gave her this sort of stock mechanic where you just use that to like level up your specials and stuff. So it adds a little bit more complexity in a very simplified game. And with the cube system, it adds a little bit more with her. So, but you know, it's DNF. Like they've forgotten. Like it's tumbleweed. Right. Unfortunately, but it's not the only thing that Nexon has been doing with Dungeon Fighter.
Good segue right there. Yes, announced a new game, a new DNF game, The First Berserker. It's a Berserker single player experience?
Yes. Seems to be so. Like, I was so
Bloodborne.
shocked when I saw this.
Shit.
Like when Nexon came, I was like, oh my god, Nexon! It's like, oh, they're doing something with the fucking DNFO. And it looks really good. Like having that mix of like that,
the anime-ish
style while still keeping it close to like
it's very Code Vein.
realistic. Yeah, exactly. And I'd love to see where they go with this. Like, I'm not super deep into DNFO lore, but I'm hoping that this game just sort of brings that in. Like, you know, who is Berserker? Why is he called the first Berserker?
Right.
And you even see a familiar face in there. You see Ghostblade in the trailer, and
okay, dude, these boss fights look awesome. So this is gonna be a Souls-like, right? We can,
pretty much assume. Judging by how it looks, it's very Souls-like. Well, we'll see.
First Souls-like I'll ever finish? Question mark.
You never finished Souls-like? Damn.
Nope. Played Elden Ring. Stopped at Godric the Grafted. Let's go.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It wasn't even because I didn't like it. I was just lazy.
Just lazy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's that's something I'm excited for. I was also excited for DNF and then ended up not vibing, so I hope this one is different. I hope yeah, it's very Code Vein-ish in look, for sure. Let's close this out with Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. That came out yesterday officially, but early access has been going on for a while.
Fuck yeah!
All right,
my favorite thing to talk about.
We got two people that have been living and breathing Granblue Fantasy versus Rising in this voice call. I don't know if three. Oh, three.
Actually, yes, I was playing it with Paul basically the entirety of last day.
And Tim just raised his hand, so I'm gonna say 4.
Tim played a little bit.
We roped Tim to it for like an hour.
You got me for like 20 minutes. Don't lie.
I mean, you got the free version.
All right.
I got the free version.
Yeah, so he was able to get away.
Oh, can you actually talk about the 3 version a little bit? You get like 4 characters, and what else do you get?
Yeah,
you get 4 characters. You don't get to go in a private room.
Don't get,
The lobbies, I don't know if it's because it's day one.
Is it you cannot create a private room, or you don't get?
No, you can't
join and create a private room.
You have to use open lobbies. You have to,
you
can't
access them
at all.
So you can fight your friend. You just gotta.
I don't know if it's because it was day one, but like the lobbies desync so hard.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Because like there were 4 of us, we were all trying to spectate matches between us, but the lobbies were desyncing so hard. It was like if one of us was in a match, we wouldn't be able to see the match, and then if we happen to
died.
Yeah, and at one point we couldn't even I couldn't even rematch someone, and
or Jace. I mean,
when you just leave the spectating, the people that you were with just disappear from the lobby, even though you're all in the same lobby.
Yeah, you just join a copy of the lobby you were just in.
Yeah.
But
So-
it only happened when spectating though, which is weird. If you
Yeah, you just got you just got sent to the shadow realm constantly.
Okay.
I'm still very I still have very weird feelings about the game because it's an anime game and I still can't air dash, so
Right.
that's just personal
just play
feelings.
Grimnir, free air dashes.
But yeah, I'd rather play Sora's. I just want to play Sora's. I don't really care about anyone else. Sora's is the only person that has a lariat that I feel is fine for me.
No
about the free
Soras. No
characters,
Soras.
it's, you have one you have Gran for Arbor free, and the other.
Grand's not fun.
Gran is infinitely
free. I was
free.
talking about the characters. Let me talk. Team.
Oh, sorry.
So you have 4 free characters, and one is Gran, and the other 3 are on a weekly basis, on a rotation basis.
Oh, really?
Gran players don't have to buy the
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's also a way you kind of show that you're on the free version. They give you basic Gran as a lobby character. He is homeless. He's homeless Gran. That's what I'm gonna call him. He has a shirt and trousers. That is it.
You also got a bit of a story.
Yeah.
They're really outing you as a free to play, huh?
Yeah.
Really-
Yeah, they are. Look, just
To
like
make sure
look
you
at
know
this
you're
loser.
fighting someone who didn't pay for shit.
Look at this
It's like
loser.
saying,
He's
They even have a
Fucking
badge
bro.
for if you played the last game. So
That's
you get to do
more
the reverse.
humiliating if you get the win, man.
Look at this loser. He has the game
if you were
for
a Gran
free.
main in the previous game and you're paying the fee, you're not Gran.
Like, why you pay for this and you still dog? Come on.
I forgot that.
Paid for this and you suck ass? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
suck at this game.
Wasn't there another DNF game way back? There's still like the gacha game, the mobile game still out.
Yeah, yeah. Still that one.
Granblue or DNF?
Yeah, DNF.
And
Yeah, that's
Granblue,
basically
Granblue
that.
too. Very similar story. To be fair. Yeah. Okay. So let's from the guy that didn't pay for it to the guys that paid for it. Let's hear it. First impressions.
I want to play it right now.
Oh,
Like,
what are you doing here?
I'm gonna wait. Yeah, exactly. I want to wait until I'm absolutely in honeymoon phase. I want to wait until I'm out of it to make the immediate judgment because my brain immediately went to this is better than Street Fighter 6, but then I had to reel myself back.
yeah, you better.
I'm not
really
sure about that yet, but I'd have to get
I'd take a quick step back and like, wait, hold on, honeymoon phase.
Honeymoon phase. It's good that you're getting that feeling at least for the first couple of weeks though. How's the online feeling? Like they had rollback betas and the feedback was pretty good. But do you think people are actually like do they buy into it? Or is the online pretty healthy, populated? You run into the same players.
I
what do
played
you feel?
against Andrew all day yesterday. He was on Wi-Fi. I didn't know.
My Ethernet cable broke.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say it's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, I have one in case you wanna.
And as
for
far
a
as
He's
run
in
back
America
up.
and I'm in Europe, so that's also a thing.
and
Wi-Fi.
as far as like didn't even think of that. East Coast to Europe and Wi-Fi.
So
You guys
some
had
Wi-Fi.
everything. And about like player population. Have you like tried rank unranked like the matchmaking?
Oh, I'm fighting matches. Yeah.
Yeah, finding matches
A lot of
pretty
one
easily.
character, but.
Really?
Oh god, like mine was pretty bad when it came
How
to
many are you running?
character
I'm running
division.
near a lot. Just a lot of near players.
I got near once, but the play was very degenerate. But I got mostly Gran and Jitas. I
near
didn't get
players that don't know how to fucking play the game.
like that's all I got for like the I guess 15-ish rank matches that I got. Not too much character variety, but again, it's just a start. You know, there's obviously going to be free players, so they're probably going to be playing Gran. So I'm expecting that. So I'm just going to play more later, and then just see where this character diversity is going to go. But I only had one hiccup in netcode.
Okay.
And they were very jumpy. Like I couldn't even see when they were bloody jumping. At times, it was really bad. It was like 250 ms.
Yeah, my only bad experience was a Japanese like Siegfried I ran into, but that's also because I'm on Wi-Fi. So
East Coast Wi-Fi to Japan. Ouch. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
story
finding
was
like
good.
a lot of the same character, but always different players, right? You're not running into the same.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. Every
absolutely.
character was
Absolutely.
different. It was just happened to be everyone was playing
Okay.
fucking Nier
Okay.
that day or something. I don't know.
Nice. That's really good to hear. Now, Granblue did announce the roadmap for season 1 characters, and the first character has been confirmed to be Lucilius.
Yeah, Lucilius. I don't know why Games
Not late
has had-
January, mid January. Okay?
Yeah, mid-January. Like, I don't know what it is with Games with this game. They seem to be putting villains as the first DLC character in these season passes. First one was
Beelzebub.
What was Beelzebub, but even though you could got him in the story, but he still considered the first one. Then season 2, you had Belial, normal Belial,
True.
and even at the end, you had Avatar Belial.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I remember
And now
that.
we have Lucilius, who is the main big baddie.
Also,
And-
can you talk about how
and-
their
and-
DLC schedule is still aggressive as shit? Look at this fucking timing.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Mid-January, late February, April, May, summer, autumn. It was really good pace to release characters. Really, really good pace.
Yeah, second season pass coming right after.
Yeah,
still
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah, it
So
makes me
aggressive, yeah.
very hopeful that Lucilius is here, because I have seen some popular characters show up in the story mode. So, like Sandalphon. So he might
Then-
finally be coming into the game, the most requested character to be in the game.
And most popular character in general.
What? He's just gonna come out in autumn. Like, he's gonna be the last one. He's like,
tickle your
like-
balls.
Well,
like, and you can already fight him in arcade and in the story
Oh.
mode. He's very.
he's in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in the game. He's very lore accurate. He will fuck you up. Like start.
Being
Oh,
sent to 1 health.
yeah.
So-
Oh yeah.
so
Start of the
how-
fight.
how
Paradise
far-
Lost. 1
how-
HP.
How far away are we from like someone on PC just hacking it and playing the character in the lab? Like, do you think the character is there?
now?
Yeah, right
Probably now.
Like,
It's
happening.
like.
I'm not now. The,
'Cause
the,
if I-
the SSBA. I've been hit by special moves. There is normals.
I'm trying
so,
to.
I mean-
I'm trying to remember. I think it's on the same engine as Fighters. So if you could do it with Fighters, then you can do it with Granblue.
You could do it with fighters if the character was actually there and not just like he has a moveset as
Yeah.
a boss character, but that doesn't mean he's a playable character. So you
Yeah.
would need
Yeah.
a playable character ID and that stuff. Otherwise,
But,
it's a bit harder to like piece together.
Yeah, though there is something that they don't mention in this. They are going to reveal a character on the 23rd.
Okay,
All
next.
right.
So we already know Lucilius, but now
Great.
they're going to announce the next one.
Can't wait for the day
late Jan-
after Around the Bush to not report.
Yeah.
that.
So this, because that date is I think is Granblue Fest, because they're not
Yeah.
doing it in January. They're doing it this month.
Oh, so Relink news too. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, we'll probably get Relink news, and then we still have the Relink live stream
Right.
in January. The second part of it will probably reveal even more stuff in the character and extra characters. I can't wait for Relink.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. And with that said, we made it, folks. We made it to the end of Around the Bush. So as usual, we have a little bit of time for some Q&A. We ran extra long, so we'll keep this short. We'll keep this to like 10 minutes. If you guys got any questions, I got the answers. And I'm at your disposal in chat, in voice chat, in written chat. Take it away, whatever you guys got.
It's funny because it's probably not even like the longest ATB.
Take a break.
It's, well, I mean, not yet. It could be soon. It's not the longest.
I mean, besides
yet.
the baby break, are you gonna do something for holidays and stuff?
What baby break? What are you talking about, baby break?
Baby break is a weird way to put it.
When you break the baby in half, what are you doing with it?
King Solomon style. Gotta cut it.
I don't know if I'm taking a break during baby. I don't know what my life is like. I probably won't like full stop. I will just like slow down as much as I need to. But full stop, I don't think it's happening. Yeah. And it's kind of like wait and see. I don't know how much it changes. You know. I'm guessing it's significant, but until it actually happens, we'll see. The Last of Us Factions canceled. Thoughts? I did not remember the Last of Us Factions was a thing until it was canceled. So it was non-existent in my mind.
Factions.
It's
was
the
like,
multiplayer game
Last of Us
that,
Online.
yeah, the multiplayer game that they were doing, Naughty Dog, for The Last of Us.
Oh.
They basically reached the point where they said, this is too ambitious. We either become a full live service team as our studio that will never make another single player game again, or we just keep working on single player games, which is like the stuff that defined our studio. And yeah, that's I think they made the right decision.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Hopes for Sparking Zero. High hopes. I think it's a big Bandai Namco investment, so I'm looking forward to, first of all, a feature complete game, because God knows anime games have been feature incomplete for a while, or releasing in a broken state, or releasing in an incomplete state. It's kind of infuriating. But since this one has had time to cook, and it's a really big investment, I have high hopes for it. Now, my high hopes seem to be a bit lower than some fans, because I think some fans have unrealistic hopes, and then they call me a bummer, or like just a pessimist. But like, I actually have very high expectations for that game, considering. Put my thing in the no mic. Okay, no mic.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things to ride with it as well. Like, again, mainline consoles only with PS5 and Series X. It's on UE5, and
yeah, a lot of those like brave,
being true to
brave changes. I feel like all that stuff that we talked about at the start of the show, for sure. So Smoke is asking if I saw the Sega IPs that got trademarked for a new game, and the IPs are Kid Chameleon, Eternal Champions, Altered Beast, Outrun, Alex Kidd, Super Monkey Ball, Afterburner, House of the Dead. So after the announcement at the Game Awards that they were like remaking a bunch of Sega properties, this means they are bringing back everything. Sure, I think Super Monkey Ball never left. They keep making that.
No, they have one every now and again.
Yeah. Altered Beast, I feel like I reviewed an Altered Beast remastered not that long ago. It should be on the channel. And that's like, whatever. It was a cool remaster. I think at this point you can't remaster it again. It's too soon. Altered Beast. Maybe it wasn't an Altered Beast. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alex Kidd, Outrun, I do know those pretty well. House of the Dead, I've heard of it. Everything else, I have no idea what it is. But no, still no Virtua Fighter. True, I have not. I have not read that stuff at all. So I'm getting the news from you. So cheers. How long do you think Connections can last with seasons? Like, will it reach Shinobi Striker lifetime, or is the formula too dried up? I don't think it's a formula problem. It was a launch problem. They launched with their foot in their mouth, because they launched really poorly with like really bad press, and promotion was bad. And then feature incomplete, that leads to bad word of mouth, that leads to refunds, and that leads to a bad start. I think they can salvage it, but because they had a bad start, they're starting from like a negative player base, where they should have had a much better starting point. So can it reach Shinobi Striker lifetime, like 7 seasons? It would have to be a very impressive turnaround. I think they are actually starting from a worse place than Shinobi Striker did. Because Shinobi Striker was just like, this looks worse than Storm, and there's no single player content. It was players like not being ready to accept a different type of game. And it had problems for sure, but you know, it wasn't as bad as like, no, you made a worse game than you already had in the past. How did you do that? How did you make a worse game? And so I think it will last like, by default, 2 to 3 seasons. If they do a good turnaround, maybe a little bit more. Was there any other game announcement at the Game Awards that we were looking forward to besides DB Sparking? I don't think I was looking forward to an announcement. There were things that I liked. I would have liked to see Wolverine maybe, but I guess it's too soon. Windblown is probably the #1 game that I like to see, and that was like a pre-show game. But Windblown is kind of like the announcement that I was like, oh, this is a cool thing. There's this game right here.
Public Hades 2 stuff.
Yeah, Blade caught me off guard for sure, but like, there's no game there. There's a cool studio there, and that's cool. I'm looking forward to that for sure. But I can't be excited for cutscenes. I guess I can't be excited for cutscenes. Said the guy saying, I wanted to see some Wolverine stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's my dead song.
Yeah, that says devs.
Never played Dead
Look at this shit.
This was the coolest
That
shit,
sounds
though.
really cool. I haven't played it, but you know, it's
Okay, so
it's a cool looking game, and it's received pretty well. And they had that Castlevania collaboration like not that long ago.
right.
That's just one person holding 3 controllers and one of them controlled with their feet.
It's just totally, yeah. Just imagine having friends to play these games.
Hold my hand.
No.
Free marital hand holding. Oh no.
He died, but he has sword now.
He has the power of friendship.
That is not friendship. That is the power of rage and violence.
No, he hold his hand. Remember?
He held his hand. My co-op buddies are dead. This is a single-player game now.
Just gotta watch the fucking
the wind blowing your friends away.
Yeah, that's the one that I was most excited as an announcement, right? Because a lot of the Game Awards was updates to stuff we already had. Just hope story mode is proper cutscenes, but Spike Chunsoft never done a good story. So I mean, Spike has done good stories. I think the Tenkaichi stories are good, but Spike Chunsoft, yeah, maybe not. They made Frieza float back to his home planet. They did talk about Virtua Fighter, saying they're trying to figure out how to make it more dramatic like other fighting games. It's a hard space to break into, if you think about it nowadays. Like, Sega would have to level up their fighting games so much to be competing in the same space as Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter. It's a hard battle.
Virtua Fighter is kind of bland if you look at it visually, as in
and
special powers.
think about how hard Capcom, NetherRealm, Bandai are all fighting right now for to keep the place that they've held for years, so they don't lose that shit to Project L when that comes out. And think about Sega trying to break into that space, right?
Just saying, Granblue is free version.
Guys. It's the only way.
God, Arxis is really gonna get fucked over.
Yeah. Yeah, the only way Arxis breaks back in is by partnering up, is by doing the one thing they don't want to do, another licensed game. That's what they got to do. Do you think Xenoverse 2 would still get a lot of DLC after the release of Sparking Zero? They kind of live in the same space, don't they? I don't think that's as separate as like Shinobi Striker and Storm, which are like living in very separate places. Sparking and Xenoverse are kind of overlapping, but I also feel like Xenoverse got such a long shelf life that they would be ready to sunset it by the time that it comes out, that Sparking Zero comes out. I think it could live if it was a more recent game, maybe. But with Sparking Zero, I mean, if this is assuming Sparking Zero launches great, and it has a great reception, it might be tough for Xenoverse. It might finally be time for Xenoverse to pack it up. But I've said that many times before. Yeah.
At the same time, people love character creation, though, so maybe.
Yeah, and they'll still have it. It's just like, it's a cost benefit, right? It's like, okay, are we gonna still invest more in Xenoverse? It's the same price for we can pay $100,000 for DLC for you to make DLC for Xenoverse right now, or we can take those same $100,000 and give it to Spike Chunsoft to make Sparking Zero DLC, which will sell 5 times more. It's those kinds of considerations. I guess we shall see. Yeah, Elden Ring wasn't there. That was surprising. Monster Hunter 6 is so hype. I'm not a big Monster Hunter guy, so unfortunately I cannot share the hype, but I'm happy you're happy. Sparking Zero won't stop Xenoverse growth because Xenoverse is still the better game simply because Woken's created character. You can be super OP in Xenoverse. In Zero, it's a downgrade with fire graphics. Okay, good take. What the fuck do you want me to say? Is it true that Sparking Zero won't have local multiplayer? Sorry if it was already asked. It is. It seems true. They haven't spelled it out, but both the Steam page and the website say that it's single player offline. I always thought Breaker was eating into Xenoverse. All right, that's how we end the show. I might have pressed the button twice. I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
Something happened when you hit it twice?
Let's go!
Oh, at the same time.
We're gonna get a bigger black hole.
Yeah, it's definitely happening. You definitely hit it twice. You definitely...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you hit it twice.
I hit it twice.
Well,
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna... We're in uncharted territory now.
Does the universe like implode and then re-unimplode?
I hope it... I hope it doesn't ruin it. Oh, God.
I wonder what's gonna suck harder. The upcoming black hole or Storm Connections? Right,
oh my God.
Trick question. It's the baby on the bottle.
Roll back the baby. Roll back the baby.
Roll back the baby.
I am not sorry for the shit I've caused with roll backing the baby.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
This is totally fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back. There's a Sparking Zero video coming out this weekend with all the information that we've learned so far. And we'll be back next week with another Around the Bush before the holidays. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Let's hope nothing explodes now with the universe imploding. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's going. It's going. I'm gone. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Oh, man.